So we know it's pumpkin and apple season, but fall time means pears are in season too.
Pears are sweet, juicy, and filled with vitamins. And here to show us how to make a warm pear and Cojita cheese salad is nutritionist, therapist, Carol Green. Welcome, welcome, well. How you doing, Carol?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me back.
Pears, they're in season two.
They're in season two.
Okay.
And Whole Foods Market has just the most amazing array of all kinds of different pears. And they're coming from the Pacific Northwest, of course. But there's different pears for different applications. And this is the Bartlett pear, which I like to do in pan roasted for a salad. You know, Colleen, I love salads, right?
I know you do, and you make great salads.
Oh, thank you. But when it comes to the fall and to winter, I like to switch it up and do warm vinaigrettes. You know, it just makes the salad so much more yummy, doesn't it? Yeah. So, you know, the great part about what I do is to meet all these amazing people that do extraordinary things. And I discovered quite recently this gentleman, John Holman from Holman Distillery. He has revived this recipe called for freeze-jacked apple john. Freeze-jacked apple john, got to get that right. And it's a recipe that's hasn't been made for over 100 years. It's basically hard cider with the process of freezing it to remove the water, and that's what remains. And what I did, just you know, experimenting at home, is I deglazed the pan with the apple john. And then in the pan, I made the warm vinaigrette like right in there. Can you smell that?
Yes.
Oh, so, okay, I got it. I understand. All right.
So, put in some scallions, just to give you, you know, a little bit of a bite. And then we're just going to be making a traditional vinaigrette on top of that. I'm going to use a bit of lemon juice.
Carol's a big believer in making your own salad dressings.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just get so much more oomph out of the salad, don't you? And this is fresh ginger, just to give you, you know, a bit of a bite of flavor and something a little different. This is basically very similar, Colleen, to my favorite lemon mustard vinaigrette that I've made for you before.
Which is delicious. We have that recipe on our website too, by the way, I think.
Yeah. And then sweeten it with a bit of honey. Always got to balance your flavors, you know, sweet, sour, salty, you know, it's for the palate. And then I just finished it off with some olive oil. So that's
It'd be lovely to make it Thanksgiving to serve on the side. I
oh
think, right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I know in the Carolinas, the old pear salad, you know, from the canned pears is very traditional Thanksgiving, isn't it? This could be an upgrade. This could be something a little bit more modern.
Yeah, how common is like warm salad? I've never really heard of warm salad till today when you know, debuting this right here. How common is that? Was it common where you come from? It's common in the States?
I think it's kind of a worldwide thing, really. You know, warm bacon vinaigrettes are so yummy on kale salads and things that don't mind being wilted down a little bit. So what I'm going to get going in this pan over here is, this is Cojita cheese, which is a Mexican cheese.
And you get that on your fish tacos. You know, when you're out to Mexican food and that's the cheese that they put on your tacos.
Oh, this is good cheese.
And I love it because it's salty, but it's a little bit, you know, it's crumbly, but it's just got a lovely texture. So what I do is I put it in the pan and I toast it a little bit, you know. So then you've got your greens here, and these all came from Whole Foods, and I've got mixtures of kale, I've got spinach, I've got a little bit of mustard greens in there for the bitter greens, which balance the flavors, and the bitter greens are also really, really good for your digestion, for the gallbladder. So then this doesn't mind being a little bit wilted down, this warm dressing.
Right.
So we're going to put that through, and you just
so good to me.
Now I get it. Understand?
You've had a spinach salad before with a warm bacon dressing. You've had that in your life.
With a warm bacon dressing,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking the pears were the star of the show, and I guess they are.
Can you smell the Cojita cheese doing its thing? It smells divine. So then you just pop the wilted greens onto a platter, like that. And then you would pop your pears over the top, like so.
I like how you said that. You pop your pears over the top. It's lovely, Carol. It's lovely.
Absolutely, it's lovely.
You got a good accent, Lee. It is lovely.
You did my accent pretty well. I think you could be Carol for Halloween.
It could be, right?
And then, Colleen, the last thing that I add on top is spiced pecans. This is kind of a basic that I make in my kitchen, and you want to make a huge amount of these because everybody will snack on them as they go through the kitchen. Try that. I mean, they're so yummy.
Delicious, right?
Yeah. And then that's just a little finishing touch over the top of the salad. And then there we have it. You know, you've got a little seasonal salad. You could make it more of a meal with roasted chicken or maybe some shrimp if you wanted to have it as be the main entree, but it's a lovely side or an appetizer for something different.
I cannot wait to eat this, Chef Carol. Go to tasteofhealing.com. Tasteofhealing.com. That's where you will find Chef Carol online. You like?
I'll do.
Healing